Tell me why I look up. Who do I see?
Your dad.
My dad.
Your heart must have been in your anus.
Everything dropped. I said, oh, snap. You didn't even say anything. You just said, let me have it.
Wow.
Took out my phone. I said, there you go. And all he said was, I'll see you when you get home.
Hey! I can't believe you thought you could sing better than me.
I can sing better than you.
You definitely can't.
Alright, let's go line flying right now.
Bro.
Yeah,
Don't
see, it gets different when there's pressure on you.
You start,
Shall I
innit?
start?
Yeah.
Tell me, fellas, have you seen? Well, you can't do that.
Okay, wait. Sorry.
You can't
Alright,
do
go
that.
on,
Ready?
run.
Tell me, fellas, have you seen her?
Hey.
It was about 5 minutes ago.
About.
When I see the hottest chick that a youngin' never seen before.
Hey.
Go on, you'll go. You'll go. I hit you with a light one too. Go on.
You hit me with a light one?
Yeah. Same, like that was a Dosset.
Amazing grace.
Yeah, I won.
House. No, that wasn't even. That was just
sorry.
That was just warm up.
Alright, go.
Let me drink my. Baby.
Oh my god.
Wait. You guys, how are you, bro? Anyways, we'll come back to that.
We'll come back to that. Sorry, I just played the video. Before we get started, I wanted to play you something.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, let me play it and you'll see.
To the 7-year-old girl who had to watch me and my brothers jump her daddy after school, I'm sorry. I know that was probably a traumatizing experience for you, but we kept asking you to stop bullying my daughter and you wouldn't listen. We sent letters home. We even had a meeting with you and your parents and you wouldn't listen. So now you know your actions have consequences. And since you too young to receive those consequences, you had to watch your daddy take those consequences. Get some therapy. You'll be all right.
Quickly.
He said, "Get some therapy. You'll be alright."
So quick. I need your quick
Oh
thoughts.
my
If you missed that for the audio or video watchers, he basically said that he told the 7-year-old, he spoke to the kid and their parent, and he said, "Please stop bullying my child."
Which is, he went through the proper proceedings.
Exactly.
I respect that.
They didn't. So they jumped the dad in front of
Him
the
and
kid.
someone else.
Him and he just said we jumped the dad. Yeah.
So
Now we
could've been
don't
multiple,
encourage violence here in this podcast.
Definitely
but
not.
I just wanted to hear your thoughts on it.
Bruh. If I wasn't saved, I'll do exactly. I might have even skipped some steps. But I won't lie, he tried. I mean,
Listen.
that's a hood nigga.
That's bro. He tried.
He tried. He was
tried.
like, I went through the proper proceedings. I
Yeah.
spoke to you, then I spoke to your family.
Yeah.
No one's gonna listen, so I
Yeah.
gotta take the law into my own hands.
Yeah.
Which is not good.
That
I
accent
mean,
was mad, by the way.
you should just report to the school, the police,
Yeah.
wherever you can. But
Yeah.
I won't lie, that's street justice.
I love it. We're gonna have to break that down later on in the pod, just about like bullying and stuff. But I just love and anyone else that's listening or watching, please keep sending us some like any random parent stuff videos. For some reason, my algorithm is getting just a lot of
Yeah, that stuff now, innit?
yeah
Me
that
too.
stuff just of random genres, bro. Like some funny stuff like that. That's for me. I find that really funny. Some funny stuff, some serious stuff, some wacky
Getting a lot
stuff.
from like
I like it.
Asia, like South Korea and stuff. It's
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I like it. I
don't
like
know why.
it. All right. You're good?
yeah, I'm calm.
Yeah.
You're good.
Yeah.
What's it? 3 weeks to go? 2?
Yeah, 3 weeks to go.
I mean, it could come any time.
Yeah.
Baby is ready.
We are getting to that point. I found it funny though. My mum was like, she said to us the other day, I had a dream.
Daddy was a girl.
No, even worse. She said, I had a dream. Baby said, what was the dream? I had a dream there was twins.
Hey, my mom did the exact same thing. Right, I was like, Mom, I've shown you the pictures. There's one.
There's one inside there. But the way my mom was saying, my mom said it like it's twins. Oh, I guess we'll see.
Yeah, why did bro? They all cut from the same cloth.
Listen, there's no I guess we'll see. We've had 6 scans. There's
Bro.
one baby. There's one heartbeat. It's not happening.
My mom was like, God can change it. I said, why would he change it? I don't want him to change it.
Big up the grandmas out there, man. Oh my
Yikes.
gosh. Yeah. Dads in the Shed podcast, 2 dads and we're blessed, so we have to thank God. Parenthood's hard, so we listen and we talk. But Justin, tell him what's in the toolbox.
In the toolbox, Nick, we got a drill to drill down dilemmas and the fact we have kids now. So hear us talk about how we raise adults for minors, covering every angle like Grindr.
Yes, sir. Dads in the Shed podcast. I'm your co-host Nicholas K.
And I'm Justin B.
Yes, sir. The dad to be.
And the dad indeed.
Thank you everyone for tuning in. We want to give this special moment in time to shout out all the other parents out there, stepdads, stepmoms, real dads, real mums,
foster dads, foster mums,
aunties, uncles, grandmas, childminders, nannies,
grandpas, aunties, cousins, stepdads, all you guys who just make the family ecosystem special, man.
Yes, we want to. We always do this time in the intro just to give a special shout out to everybody that it takes a village to raise a child, as they say.
Yeah, man, a whole community, man. Listen, don't be sleeping on your neighbors. Like, be nice to your neighbors, because there'll be times where you will need them to pick up your kids.
Talk about it. That
advice is for myself, because sometimes I treat my neighbors like ops.
So here we are. Where we at? Episode.
What are we saying? Last episode of the season.
Make some noise. Wow.
I can't believe we've gotten this far.
Hey, spud it.
Come on, G's. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. I hope you guys are liking, sharing, and subscribing and rating us 5-star on all platforms.
Yes, sir.
And for our families and friends, I hope you're sharing and not being an op.
Please don't. Please.
I hope you're following our Instagram page, our TikTok page, all the pages, man. Just run it, man, because I think this is important discussions that we're having, and we're shedding light on some important things that are and dads don't always get a voice.
That's it, and that's why we started this, to give dads a voice and to reach out to other dads that just need to hear this type of voice.
Yeah, man, and I hope the dads that have been encouraged, keep spurring us on, keep giving us ideas and the things that you want us to talk about.
Exactly.
But it's been nice that as we have done more and more episodes, it's been reassuring that this is it. This is the stuff we should be talking about.
Yeah. So thank you everybody for rocking with us for season 1. We got big things. We have a special lined up for you as well on the horizon. I guess you'll find out about that soon.
Yeah.
And season 2 is going to be just as good as this one. Amen.
Yeah, even better. And the baby gonna be here.
And the baby,
the baby gonna be here.
I mean, by the time we record season 2,
jeez, we're gonna
put Ezzy gonna be there, Justin's first child. I'm gonna put my baby here, and we just gonna have one big.
That's crazy.
Hey,
and then season 3, my other baby gonna be here. That's crazy.
That's why I love it, man. It's just gonna be a big. It's just us just marking our journey, man.
So what are you saying? Season 4, your other.
It's a bit of a sticky one still.
Unless it's twins, then
yeah. Hey,
as and mom said,
and it's very likely. I do feel like we're gonna be having our next one is highly likely we get twins. But
how are you gonna feel? You go buy one get one free.
I'll be happy with it, man.
You have 3 kids.
Yeah, that's it, and then that's it, done, finished.
But how are you gonna ensure that you're done?
Anyway, let's not talk about that.
You're not gonna get the snip.
We haven't actually spoken about that.
We haven't spoken about the snip.
Let's speak about the snip. I can't believe we haven't spoken about the snip. We are obviously talking about having vasectomies. So off pod actually. Well, first of all, welcome to episode 8, right? It's episode 8. The numbers.
Don't be counting. I don't know where we are.
Exactly. Don't we know. Anyway, last episode of the season. We sometimes anyway, we have our pre podcast chats or whatever. But I think last time before we recorded, we definitely had like a long debate about like
because one of the previous episodes was. How many kids is too many?
Yeah, right. So off mic, I was debating with you because I'm telling you, and your lovely wife Mona was telling you as well. We were both kind of telling you. You were saying that you're done, right?
Yeah, I'm done
right now. Now that you've got one in a way,
yeah,
you're done.
2.
Right?
I'm done.
Right.
Yeah.
So my opinion was that like you can't say you're done if you ain't.
Why can't I say that?
If you haven't physically put in the whatever it is to be done.
Yeah, but it's not the only way you can be done. It's just another form of contraception,
right?
Contraception.
So okay, so
is even considered contraception or?
Yeah. So what are you gonna do? Condoms.
Yeah, condoms and pull-out game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. See, this is what I say. So please, audience.
Shout out to the man with the strong pull-out game.
So please, for the audience out there, It's
What you say? Your pull-out game's not strong.
No, but it's contradictory.
How is it contradictory? I'm doing steps to actively avoid it.
Because
that is contraception.
I tried pull out.
I'm doing everything contrary to having an inception of the baby.
Okay, but pull out isn't 100%. It's not even 60%.
No, condoms are going to be the main.
Alright, cool. But
what do you mean it's not even 60? Well,
it's not.
Let's not talk too much about sex because I know our families will be watching. But
Listen, we're adults.
Anyways, there's obviously you spoke about how you monitor her
periods. Dates.
Yeah. So if you have the app, it tells you when there's time where there's high fertility, low fertility.
True.
And it actually works. It's been proven, you know, something out there that, proves that if you avoid those fertility periods, then you're good.
It's risky though. My point is that it's risky.
So nothing's 100%.
I'm gonna say it on the pod. I'm happy with doing this on the pod because I can have it in like recording, like almost in writing, telling you.
Tell me
if you don't get a vasectomy. And you think.
And I'm not having another one
with these current methods,
contraception.
If you think,
as in condoms mainly.
But you didn't say that.
With some pull out.
With some pull out. And you think you're just gonna have two
what happens?
kids.
What are you gonna give me if I don't have another one?
What do you want?
All right, cool. Don't worry. Let me think about it.
Yeah, you think about that. But I think even me, as I say right now, so basically we're both saying that we're never gonna get a vasectomy. I don't think I'm ever gonna get one. Are you gonna get one?
Nah. I mean, let me. I don't know.
Yeah,
it feels a bit. It's meant to be reversible, right?
It is reversible. You can reverse it.
Yeah,
but it's just obviously
with any surgery,
I'm never fam. If I do it,
do you know what I'm worried about?
Yeah.
We've done it so many times. The guy's doing the surgery, achoo, and then your stuff is done. He basically either snips off your penis or he's done something that is irreversible.
Don't you generally think would a doctor?
It's possible. They're human.
Yeah, but they're doctors, man. They know what they're doing.
Come on, man. Doctors are not God.
They're not.
So they make mistakes too. But anyways,
you think there's a whole?
I don't even know if it's meant to be if it's right in the eyes of God for you to get that kind of stuff. That's a whole other topic. So
do you think is that how you genuinely feel though? Do you feel like you're like? Do you feel like it's sinful if you get that to me?
I don't know. It's a good question. I might have to ask my pastor that one still.
I'd never really thought of it that way.
Because what if it's God's plan and will for you to have 3-4 kids?
Yeah.
What if you're meant to only have one and you go beyond your limits?
Yeah. That's a really good point. Let me know
how many do you want?
I've always said 2 to 3 max.
And is that 3 because of the twins possibility? So you basically want to go in twice?
It doesn't matter how we get to 3. I'm not really.
Really?
I'm not too fussed about it. Whether it's true, if it's twins. Then of course, that's it. Then because that means we've got 2 pregnancies, 3 kids. Happy with that.
You said 2 to 3. What are the factors that would make you stop at 2 or 3?
How great we're doing in life, like financially.
Well, money. It has to be raining before you get to 3.
I mean, it just would make sense. It just makes sense. But
I mean, I think we discussed it on the pod. Should it be a financial decision?
I not solely, but throughout my life as I've been growing up, I've always said you're naive to feel like you can just.
You don't live in the real world.
Yeah, if you feel like okay, fine,
it costs money. What was that stat you dropped? That PR stat, it costs what?
Yeah, 150,000. Yeah. Even if it's not that, I'm sorry, but you're naive to think that you can just have a child. You can really be you could be down bad financially, and
they're just
life just gets better as soon as you have a baby. I mean, of course, some people do it. I mean, many people do it, and I guess we can say they're fine or whatever, but.
Not a lot of them choose to be in that situation. Most of them
exactly, but
accident.
Fam, you're just putting yourself in mad stress.
And it's not even good for the kid, man.
It's not good for the kid.
Giving them the best start and the best chance at getting the most out of you.
Exactly.
Which includes your finances.
Exactly.
I think it definitely should. Finances should be a major factor in the decision.
Right.
Finances, whether you're mentally stable enough to take it on, whether your marriage or relationship is stable enough to take that on.
Yeah.
And even if, to some degree, if you have the space to accommodate them, if you can only afford a studio apartment, don't be having four kids.
It just doesn't make sense.
Doesn't make sense, and that's again financially.
Exactly. So
yeah.
So I've always kind of incorporated that in how many kids we want. So I mean, we'll see, man. We'll see.
Me
I could
too.
have one with this one that's coming. I could absolutely fall in love with the process of. I mean, I will, but I'm saying like I could just.
You will. That's ambitious.
You know what I mean. Like I've met people that like have had one baby and been like, I need 5 more. Like if. But then we've also met people that have had one baby and been like, I never want to do this. You know,
it's true. Which is why when people say, "Oh yeah, I want 5," I'm like, have the first one.
Yeah.
Then tell me, how many you want. So I think the first one gives you a nice, real. Now you have experience. Now you know what you're multiplying. So yeah. So after my experience, I think at one point in time I didn't mind having 3, 4.
Yeah.
But it slowly reduced over time. But also after I had Ezzy, I was just like, yeah. It's the amount of energy.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Meant that like for my marriage sake, for my finances, for my pockets, I don't think I should go beyond at least 2, 3. 3 could squeeze that in, but 2 I think is the optimal for me. But you never know. If I became a millionaire tomorrow, I think it'd be selfish of me just to have 2.
Yeah, 100%. If we won the lottery tomorrow, I would look at Beverly. I would go 4, 5, 6. Okay, maybe not 6, but 4, 5.
I could see you being a dad of 6. I could see you doing it. And do you know what? And if they're all boys, that's a basketball team.
If they're all boys, I hope they're girls too. I do a girl basketball team.
Oh yeah, true.
Let's get into it. You know, sometimes our pre-chat always gets funny. Right.
Wait, what are you drinking today?
Good question. So you got
childish, man. Childish.
You got tea.
Yeah. So this is grown folks stuff.
What tea is it?
It's pucker tea. It's like a lemon, ginger, and honey.
Nice.
Because I think today we're gonna spill some tea.
Oh, I like that. I like the segue. So I want to know about how other people or grown adults feel about this. But we had our baby shower, as you know, from my last episode.
You're gonna suck it from the straw. And
hey yo, but I don't know, guys. We obviously bought a whole load of juice boxes for the little kids that came, and ever since then, I've just been craving this.
Did you have bare left over?
Yeah.
You just come from work, you pick up a juice box and lie on the couch.
Listen, it's the right amount. It's so nice. It's so nice, so compact.
Childish, man.
It's one of my 5 a day.
Glass, man. Come on, man.
No, but there's something nostalgic about doing like this.
Bro, don't be sucking the
I'm looking at you, my bad. Hey, yo.
This guy wants to look at me dead in the eye.
Okay, let's begin. Actually, before we actually get into the main point of our episode, I actually do want to update the audience and update you. We went buggy shopping.
Oh, ha!
Yep. Oh, sorry. I need to
Buggy.
get these blocks out the way. I haven't played any of these. I like to just play these and just get this out the way. Right. Buggy shopping. Also, we need to get Ezzy to say, "Dad's in the shed." Do you think she can say that?
Yeah, at this age, yeah.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
We need those. Anyway, so we went buggy shopping. Big up to John Lewis.
Oh yeah, shout out John Lewis.
Shouts to John Lewis. And I'm not just doing this because we're on a podcast and like honestly guys, we went to John Lewis. We were meant Baby was trying to get us to like book sometimes you can like book an appointment and go there and they can actually get through it. But I was like, but appointments was taking long and sometimes you have to do availability. We missed our first one. So I was
shocked that you have to book an appointment.
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird.
For what?
I'll tell you why.
But then when you get there, you're like,
Yeah. But I just said, let's just go. Like, what? Once we get there, if we ask them questions, what are they going to say? Sorry, book an appointment first.
Yeah, and they prime themselves on customer service.
Exactly. So I said, let's just go. So we went. Nice afternoon. Sun was out. It was a beautiful day. We went. And we met this lovely, lovely lady. Honestly, I wish I could remember her name. Can you remember her name? Sammy? Big up Sammy. John Lewis, Brent Cross. I'm serious. Like, I'm serious.
MVP.
If you live in like near Northwest London or anywhere near London area, guys, go John Lewis and ask for Sammy. We went inside there.
Did you leave a customer review to the manager?
I didn't, but I'm going to. Like, okay, I'm generally going to because we go in there. We're just looking around. Obviously, she immediately greets us.
Oh, nice.
Right.
That's important, you know?
Right. I see a buggy and I'm already like with me like.
Do you remember what brand it was?
No, I don't remember what brand it was.
So you have to treat it like you're picking out cars, my guy.
No, but hold on. I have to. I'm walking you
Okay,
through
cool,
like
cool,
my
cool.
like my mind stay in it, like because I just get. I'm just like, no, I'm just gonna. I
Just gonna go there wherever.
pick whatever
Yeah.
feels right, looks
Yeah,
right, and you walk out. I do that. So I get there. I'm like, oh, this is nice. That does the job. How about we just look at this kind of time, this kind of brand or whatever. She goes and she comes over to us, asks us some great questions. Is this your first? Congratulations. It kind of sets the mood already from us from the get go.
Nice.
But then
Okay.
she starts asking me questions I didn't even ask myself. What type of area do you live in? Is it like a city or is it like rural? Are you around grass? Or you
Raw.
Yeah,
And you're thinking, right, is it that deep? Like,
Yeah.
You need to know where I live.
yeah. So I'm thinking to myself, yeah, city, ground, concrete, that type of stuff. And she goes, so the one that I was pushing, that the wheels were for like grass. So she was like, okay, so she was giving me that. You're not gonna want this one then because you don't live in a. This one is more for like I think she said high terrain or whatever terrain,
Like off-road.
off
kind of
road,
like,
like thing. I said, oh,
It's basically the Range Rover of the...
yeah, basically. And I was like, oh, she was like, yeah, there's a lot to learn. I said, wow, okay. And then she asked me like, are you guys gonna travel? Are you gonna take your buggy? Listen. She's like, are you gonna travel? Are you gonna take your buggy? I said, hey. I said, baby, are we?
Are we?
Yeah. It was
Maybe
all,
to your mums or
Yeah.
something, but...
and she was just like, yeah, because you're gonna want to know that because you're gonna want a buggy that you can easily stow away,
Yeah.
take a hand luggage, blah
one.
blah blah. And I was like, raw, like just with those two questions, it made me just look at everything just differently. Just
like picking out a car,
It's
man.
like picking out a car. The education she was giving us, she was speaking about the suspension. She was thinking about the weight, and she was making me pick up. She was making me hold it. She was like, "How does that feel? How does this feel?" And it was like, it was just really good. Some people, you guys might be listening and thinking, well, Nicholas, she's just doing her job. But what I'm trying to say is that like, I just had already decided about how I'm gonna pick a buggy. If anything, I think at one point at the beginning of the pregnancy, I was like, let's just go on Amazon and order it, or let's just go let's just go on Facebook Marketplace and see what's out. I mean, a friend of mine actually did tell me, just go on Facebook Marketplace and buy it. But actually, it's like how you said, guys, this is honestly like buying a car. There's so much that goes into it.
And they all have different safety features, which is why they ask you these things. Because if it's not good for certain terrains, you're gonna be
it's not gonna be a good one. It's not gonna be a good one. My main once she explained everything, I was like, okay, I'm quite concerned with like how to pack it up because there might be times where I'm not around. It's just gonna be Beverly on her own. So I really wanted to make sure
some
that
of them you have to do.
Yeah,
It's like Transformers.
yeah. So a couple of them that she showed us, it was pull here, push there, and I was like, I don't like that one.
Pull here, push here, pull here,
Yeah.
lift here,
Yeah.
swerve it, and then we're done.
Yeah, I didn't like that one. But then I think the one that we ended up liking, I'm looking at Beverly now, was it Nuva? Nuno. How is it? Nuna. Nuna. Is there more to it? Nuna Triv, something like that. We'll probably put the link for this episode.
Hopefully you pronounced it right.
Yeah, but the brand is definitely. Have you heard it?
Yeah, I've heard of
that
it,
one.
yeah.
It's a well-known brand. Everybody, you would have definitely seen it. We ended up looking at that one. Loved the way it packed away. Loved the way it looked. Very stylish. So the first one we saw that they had on display was like a light brown one. But we thought it's obviously going to get dirty, so we don't want a light brown one. We want a dark brown one. So we're going to probably get that one. Nice. But the appointment thing, for anybody out there, John Lewis have this thing, and I'm pretty sure other companies do as well, but we just let you know where we went. If you do the appointment and they actually show you like how to use it and they show you like how to put it in your car, then they give you a discount, like 20%, 10%, 10%, sorry, 10%, which is nice.
They're helping you out, and then they're in both ways. They're teaching you and giving you money off.
Right.
Win-win.
Exactly. Now, obviously, you and Myrna have obviously blessed us with a lovely gift, in the future to get us a car seat.
Yes.
So that was also part of our conversation as well. She was asking about car seats and all that stuff, and she was
That's
like,
a whole,
that's a whole thing because she was like, okay, well, you're gonna have to pick a buggy where it has the adapter thing because not all buggies have the same thingy.
Yeah.
And she showed us like in the specs. She went on her phone. She showed us the specs, and it shows you like what buggies are compatible with what car seats and all that stuff. Listen, guys, I'm just letting you know it's a lot.
Yeah. When we were getting our buggy, I think we ended up. So we had two, and that annoying. So obviously, you know, I don't like to spend too much money. So I was thinking buggy light maybe like 200.
Yeah, me too. I didn't even mention that light. Yeah, light.
Went in there. Why am I seeing grands?
Grands. Starting. For a good buggy.
You can literally buy a secondhand car for the amount of money you spend on a buggy.
Yeah.
Like, so yeah, that shocked me. So I've entered there and I'm already annoyed. Like, why is this so expensive?
Yeah.
I'm like, why do I have to do that? They start explaining all the different features.
Yeah.
And then when they get to, are you guys going to be traveling a lot? Then you'll probably need to get like a different one. I was like,
Yeah.
And I was like, 2 buggies for 1 child.
Yeah. Oh, so that traveling also made that question obviously also made you go like, rah.
Because we were going, is it Lanzarote or one of the Spanish islands. And the buggy we had, because we went for the egg Saturn. It's the egg one.
Yeah.
And that one is good for off-road, big wheels, good safety features.
Yeah.
Can fold like quite easily. And you can attach different like carrying passages as well with it. And it can go to newborn all the way up to like, you know, when they're a bit older. But the off-road ones don't fold as compact enough to be like a cabin.
Right.
Or they don't fold up, or they're really heavy and whatnot. So I think the one we borrowed from a friend, I should have remembered these names. If I knew we were talking about this, I would have done my research.
Yeah, it was random, but it's all good. It's all good.
Like a yo-yo something. You know, yo-yos are very popular. And they fold very compact. They have smaller wheels, but they do the job. And that one, it like folds up and it's almost like the size of like a handbag.
Nice. Okay.
And it's very light, and then you can just store it up, and it's so light, and the way you're able to carry it, you can obviously do other stuff with your hands, because if you have a kid or more than one kid, it's very handy. So we borrowed it for one trip, and we're like, we're gonna need this, because we wanted to travel as much as we can with Ezzy. So we ended up buying that one secondhand.
Yeah.
And that one, I think Mona got it on Facebook Market for a nice 200.
Okay.
202 something, whereas I think the retail price is like 6 something.
Okay.
And I think our other one we also got for a light 300.
Okay.
So both of them were second hand. But the good thing about buggies, especially if you get like a good premium-ish one, you can take it to like John Lewis or these like shops, and you can get it MOT'd.
Is it?
And they will literally test out all the features, fix everything, clean it, and they will give it to you back brand new.
See, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
So
that's mad. It really is a car.
It's a car.
It's a car.
So
baby car.
Yeah, when they did that, I was like, oh. When she explained that to me, I was like, bruv, this is sick. So yeah, when we've got both of them secondhand, just took it for the John Lewis MOT, sent it back to us, premium pristine.
I like that. Sorry, this is random, but it just randomly came to me. It's like, we went buggy shopping, but we'll still put like, if anyone has any questions about how we just just jump in our DMs, drop a comment, and we'll answer it. Like if you want to give them more specifics, we'll drop it because it is a really important conversation.
Very important.
I think the first time I actually I spoke to somebody at work about who she's had a child. I spoke to her about it. First thing she said to me was, listen, buggies are mad expensive, so start looking about the different ways you can get it, and so it's just always good to let people know.
Yeah, man. But that was a good one to talk about. Yeah. Don't sleep on the buggies, man. And be prepared in your baby showers. Put that at the top of the list, please.
Yeah. That too.
If they buy just that and nothing else, trust me, you'll be very, very grateful. You would have saved yourself grands.
Yeah. And if you have like, if you feel like in your heart of hearts you have like good people around you, have a baby shower, guys.
Yeah, man.
For a baby shower, because honestly, that wish list.
The amount of things that you got from yours. Have you unpacked all of them?
Yeah, we have. It took us a day. It took us a good
whole day.
Yeah, pretty much to pack. Because obviously everything's in the packaging. So my thing was, it was taking up so much space.
Yeah.
So my thing was like, we need to create some space.
Yeah.
Like it's like been my mantra since we found out. So
have you started working in the baby room?
Yeah. So everything.
So what are you gonna do? What are you planning to do in that room? Not knowing the sex.
Well, okay, sorry. We haven't started working on the baby room.
Yeah.
Because I think at least for the first 6 months, the baby's just gonna be in our room. We have like a nice little like baby like cot thing that's gonna like attach to our bed and all
Next
that
to
stuff.
me.
Yeah. Amazing. Love that. It looks great. I'm so excited.
The latest thing
Yeah,
ever.
so excited. So we're okay for like the first like, thingy of the baby, but I think we'll start working on the baby room a bit later on.
Jeez. Hopefully we can drop some pictures. Nick the painter.
Yeah. We still need to show. We'll show you. Because of course.
Oh yeah. We'll show some clips of Ezzy's room. Done by a Home of Mo.
Follow it.
Took a while to do, but yeah, once it was done, it was the most
because your baby room is beautiful.
Good thing we did.
Yeah.
It's lovely, and yeah, we've been blessed to have some good stuff put in there, which makes her comfortable. Literally, her room is better than ours at the moment.
Honestly, the room is so beautiful.
It's lovely. So yeah, man.
Yeah, I think we need to actually have to talk about baby rooms as well. Like, what do you put in there? Like, do you put in sensory things in there, or are you conscious about whatever aids in development? Because I need to find out about it. Because I'm obviously we're gonna have 2 hours. I don't know if that's what you.
I think I just left it to Mona. Yeah, but the one thing she put in there, because she was like, "I'll leave it to me to design," because apparently I interfere too much. But obviously a place for the clothes and stuff.
Yeah.
We have the cot in there, and then I bought this. So did the bits that I bought like this bench that I got off Facebook Market. It's like some guy built it for his daughter.
Yeah,
and it's like proper made out of wood, and it's like a toy treasure chest kind of thing.
Gotcha.
But it's also a seat for her to like sit down, so she sits down next to me and then I read to her.
Yeah,
which has been great. And then we also have the rocking chair, which that's probably the best thing in the room. If you don't have a rocking chair,
the rocking chair. Quickly, Justin left. I think I mentioned this on the pod already, but I'm gonna mention it again. When we babysitted Ezzy for like an afternoon or however long it was, it felt like the whole day. But Ezzy has a rocking chair in her room. I was on there. Ezzy obviously wasn't going to sleep. I was on there. I played Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. I was rocking a chair,
and you'll be out.
I almost fell asleep,
bro. The amount of times I've fallen asleep, and then I wake up and she's just looking at me like, really?
Oh my gosh! Big up the rocking chairs. Get a rocking chair.
Honestly,
I haven't got a rocking chair.
For those who have space, get a rocking chair. It's definitely, especially at nighttime when you're like really tired and you have to rock them to sleep. Yeah. Sometimes the standing thing gets long, so you just want to just lie down and then just do that. Yeah. Motion, and it's lit. What else do we have in there? Oh, Mona created this mural.
Oh, you guys are amazing.
Of like stickers on like a wall, and it's basically like birds, because she learned how to say like birdies, because in our house every morning there's like these pigeons that come and land on like the fence. Yeah. And she just used to seeing them, so we just say, oh, that's a birdie. So every morning she's like, birdies. So we got a thing of like different birds. But how useful that has been, because obviously it's like a mural with like different colored birds, cages, trees and stuff like that. It's actually helped her with her counting, her knowing what colors are.
That's what I'm
obviously
saying.
Pronouncing animals. So I thought that was just like a light feature, but actually
it's helped.
It's been a huge like learning tool.
Oh. See, that's what I wanted to know. I was just thinking baby room. I was thinking, wait, do you just do it because if they're a girl, paint the room pink. If you're a boy, paint the room blue. But when you mention stuff like that,
yeah, no, I think
helps.
it's important. Yeah, put some thought into it.
Yeah, let us know what your baby rooms are looking like. You don't have to send pictures, obviously, but yeah, just let us know.
I mean, if you do feel comfortable sending
it's
info
up
pics,
to you, completely up to you.
Drop it to us, man.
Please,
and
love to know.
Should it be the guy's responsibility or the girl's responsibility, or both to do the room? Because some people are just like, stay out of it, dad.
It's a good point. I literally don't know how much Revy's really good at like.
Yeah, she's creative. So.
Yeah, that stuff. So I might leave it to her, but who knows? Right. We also want to talk about it's a tough topic. We kind of alluded it to last episode because of the dilemma that we had with the smacking kids thing.
Gotta beat your children, guys.
Well, in this episode, we wanted to touch on discipline styles. So it doesn't necessarily, discipline style doesn't necessarily mean are you going to beat your child or not. Yeah, obviously it's involved more
discipline
than just beating your child. But before, we should just break it down, really. I guess with what you just said so far.
let's start with what type of disciplines did you, obviously your child is not here yet.
Yeah.
What have you guys discussed about? Obviously there's different discipline styles. You
Yeah.
know, there's the West African, Nigerian hold your hand.
Yeah.
Thingy. There's the naughty step.
Yeah.
There's the taking away things from them.
Yeah.
There's obviously smacking.
Yeah.
And then there's just that. I guess those are withholding something or
Yeah.
thingy.
What is it? Let me try to tap into my psychology bag. Hold on. My A-level psychology bag. What do they call it? Positive and negative reinforcement. Yeah, that's it. Or conditioning or whatever they call it. So it literally depends on. Obviously, it depends on you and what you feel like you've seen works or whatever. If we, just for context, how I was raised, obviously, or we was raised, we can confidently say, we were raised with beatings and smackings and all of the negative reinforcement you can possibly
a lot of negative reinforcement.
consider. I think we've been through it. Never got the naughty step, but what I did get was similar, which is it's not like a term for it, but we had to face the wall. So it's basically
face the wall, do some sort of exercise.
Yeah. I never got the exercise. A lot
you
of
never
my
got
friends
exercises?
No, I never got the exercise.
Oh my
But
days.
what I got was literally just face the wall, hands up. So
that's kind of exercise because you have to hold your hand up.
Endurance, innit? Endurance. But yeah, so for the audio listeners, basically how it works that you literally face the and you put both your hands in the air and you're just there for not for days, but feels like days.
Do you know the one I hated? There's one where you like go into the squat position, you put your back against the wall,
Yeah.
and then you put your hand out.
Yeah.
So that's how my dad would make us just seated.
Yeah.
And you have to be there. If you waver your hands, he will smack it with a ruler.
Jesu.
Some of us have suffered.
So yeah, this could also be a trigger warning. So we don't mean to do that. We're just obviously speaking our truths.
Yeah.
But I'm mentioning the context because I'm not quite sure on beatings. I've seen it. I've seen it not do good to kids in their development, and I've seen it not necessarily do good, but I've seen it like, let's say,
I've seen it do good.
I don't want to say good, but
yes, it does good.
I don't want to say
it's a form of negative reinforcement. Do you know why people? Let me now give my spiel.
You go.
The reason why people have like a negative outlook on beating is because it's it should be a more or less a last resort type of punishment.
Yeah.
And then there's a lot of parents who just that's the only thing they pull out their toolbox, and that's lazy parenting.
Yeah.
If your child does something that doesn't warrant a smack and you're smacking them all the time, that's abuse.
Yes.
And we just went through like a parenting course at church, because you know what the Bible says, spare the rod, hate the child. Talking about if you don't discipline your child to the point of even like hitting them, like disciplining them, then you basically hate your child, because it's an act of love to try and correct your kids. It's a form of correction. Obviously it's not the only way that you can correct your kids, because you know you're also called to raise them up and disciple them. But I feel like a lot of representation of what we have in terms of like beatings has always been done firstly out of frustration,
Yes.
and secondly parents either hitting in inappropriate places. You should never hit your child in the face and play, and you should never be a thing where it leaves them bruises. Like that's because you're now hurting them. That's not the point. Is to give them some sort of a discipline that makes them realize what I did was bad. The intent is not to leave bruises or emotionally abuse them or discipline them in a way that's disrespectful.
Yes.
And that's obviously people don't get taught how to utilize that kit well,
Yeah.
and a lot of people abuse it. So some people resort to just not doing it because they feel like, the only way I've experienced it and also seen people do it is thinking. But I've actually seen it being done very respectfully, very out of love, and done as a last resort.
Yeah. When I was saying that I referred to when I was saying that I've never seen it do good, I'm referring to the abuse. That's
People
what
are
I'm talking
abusing
about.
their kids. That's not discipline.
That's what I'm saying. But even that abuse, that's why I couldn't say it was contradictory for me to say it does.
We have to put it in a bucket. That one is abuse.
That one's abuse, but at the same time,
a lot of our parents have abused.
That's what I'm saying, but. This is what I'm saying. So I'm not trying to say, I couldn't say it's good.
Yeah.
I can say it kind of worked because me and you have been through it and we're okay. Like, look at us, like we're fine. And I can say that I learned my lesson. Obviously, it was bad, but there was many times when, fine, I learned that. I went out one night, I went out one day, stayed a bit long, came back, got beats, I never did it again. But
so were there times where you reflected, it was like, actually, I needed that beating?
Yeah. You know, you have them times when you're younger, you just lie through your absolute teeth. Like, you just lie, and then your mum or your dad is just like, fam, like, how can you be lying like this? Come here. Right? But I'm only mentioning this context because, and I'm mentioning me and you, and me and you are always going to be brought into it because obviously we went through it. But I'm only saying this because I've been through it. And now that I'm about to be a parent, I'm not going to do it.
Okay, that's interesting.
I'm not going to do it. I'm definitely not going to do it in the same way. That's just not happening. That I got beats, or I've seen my friends or whoever, or my brother or my sister get beat. I'm not doing it that way. I'm more in line with how you mentioned it. Will I smack my child? Maybe.
Yeah.
At this moment in time, I'm saying maybe. Not like hard. Okay. It definitely won't be hard.
I think that's good because another thing we learned on the parenting course is all children are different.
Yes.
Some children, and this is why I mean by it's just like one thing you're talking. There's different discipline styles that will be more effective for some children than others. I remember there's got to a point where it got to a certain age where beating was like, bro, if that's what you want to do, let's do it. Because you've been beaten so much, you kind of grow immunity to it.
You become so numb. You become so,
and it's ineffective at that point. That discipline, you're just now just wasting your time. You're just now just purely abusing the kid. You're not even doing negative reinforcement. So it has to be in the toolkit because you don't know what type of child you're going to have. You don't know what type of bad behavior they're going to get into. If you're talking about from a religious perspective, you don't know what type of sin they're going to be struggling with that they'll need a type of correction for. And some respond to things very differently. Some people are talking to, for them, is more impactful than beating them. Telling some kids, just saying you're disappointed in them, that cuts.
That is
deeper. They'll rather you beat them.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm trying to say. You have to know what type of kid you're having and then decide, okay, sometimes you may have to do certain things, trial and error a little bit and be like, okay, cool, maybe the way your personality trait is, actually, I should do more this type of discipline style. So I think personally, and this is my opinion, don't shoot me down.
Just what
I don't think you should. I think it's wrong for a parent to rule out any discipline that's obviously not abuse until they've actually gotten a chance to actually know their kid and know what they need.
It's funny you mentioned about the disappointment thing. I'm always going to quote this also in Marathon Kids episode. It's an episode where Claire is she does a madness anyway. She does something bad.
Yeah.
And she knew she stole the car.
Yeah.
She stole the car. This is a great episode.
Yeah.
And then she comes home. Obviously, she realized, mum and dad know I've stolen the car. I'm in trouble, right? And she's literally gearing up for madness. And all he says is, and she's like, oh, fine then, what's my punishment? And he's like, your punishment, I mean, word for word, your punishment is the fact that I've never been more disappointed in you than I am right now.
Even and the way you said it right now, you cut me.
And she even says in the episode, she was like, Dad, can you just like be me? Because I'm not sure I can take that type of guilt.
She'd rather you give her any other type of discipline.
Yeah. And it's like,
that's a perfect example. Thank you for bringing it up.
It's all right. I wanted to just bring that up for good context because it's like, I hope to kind of build up that type of rapport and like authority with my child, where it's like, that can also be a form of discipline where it's like, my child just doesn't want to or hates to like
100%
do like disappoint mum or dad or just like look, you can just look somebody in the eyes and then whether it's our parents or whether it's even our teachers, whoever it is that we look up to, when they look at you and like fam, it's a lot. It's a lot. So that's kind of like my style that I want to incorporate. If anybody grew up watching Super Nanny, did you ever watch Super Nanny?
I think I remember.
Okay, there is this show. If you have it, the show was on back in the day, Channel 4, Channel 5, whenever.
Oh yeah, I know who you're talking about. I can't remember her name. I'm sure everyone else does.
Yeah, just a woman. She's on TV, and obviously families would hire her to come and help her kids. But the naughty step was like her main like thing.
A game.
That was her game. Like that was her game plan. She would just go into the house and just say, right.
Yeah.
And she was very
Naughty
big
step.
on she was very big on like coming down to their level and looking them in the eyes and speaking, hey, don't do this. And if they continue it, right, naughty step. And then you obviously kids would come off the really bad kids would come off the naughty step, and then you would. Her point was that you have to be persistent in it. So sometimes in these episodes of Super Nanny, you would spend like the family would, the mum and dad would spend literally like 3 hours putting them back on the naughty step, back in naughty step, back in naughty step, back in the Super Nanny should just be in the background and she'd just be like, keep going. I'm not a dad yet. So I don't know if I'm gonna do all that.
I wish I had the naughty step growing up. Give me that naughty step any day.
Of course, anybody listening, parents listening out there, if you use the naughty step, if it works, please let us know. I want to know, because if I find that I'm getting a lot of people saying try the naughty step, of course I'll try it. What about you?
Yeah, I think the naughty step, I'm not opposed to that as a discipline style. I also think it's important to understand, and again, this parenting course was really good. There's different stages and different ages that certain disciplines are more appropriate for.
Yeah.
If your child is 18 and you're trying to tell them no,
okay, not 18.
Bro, no,
go
that is context.
No, go younger than that. Let's say
like even 14, 16,
even
12.
more. Yeah, even more. What about 8?
It depends on your child's emotional development, but even at that, I don't even think. It depends on what the thing is as well. But it's ineffective. The child will be looking at you like, "What naughty step? All right, say nothing, lie." So you obviously have to, apportion it to the right age. Yeah. But yeah, I'm not opposed to. I'm open to a lot of
any technique, really,
discipline styles. Yeah, whatever kind of works. But for me, I mean, one thing they're reinforcing is ensuring that. What's the saying? When you tell your child to do something, they obey all the way, right away, and with a happy heart, or something like that.
Right.
Because they're basically pointing to the fact that, like, if you tell your child to do something and then they do it in a delayed manner, that's still a sin. Technically, you've still disobeyed. You've done, like, you should have done it straight away to honor. If you tell them to do something, then they don't delay, but they do it, and then they're doing it. I used to do that all the time, like muffling under my voice. I hate my parents. That kind of stuff. Like, that's also not good. That's not like. And then there's obviously the one where they don't do it, or they do it half-heartedly. Yeah. So your goal is trying to get them to, like, obviously learn, like, to be obedient to what you do all the way. Right away, and obviously with a happy heart. And the happy heart bit is obviously the hard bit, because you're basically trying to get them to understand that, like, I'm doing this for your good. Like, I'm not doing it just to please me or for you to, like, honor me or praise me or whatnot. It's because this is going to help you in the future. You learning to do these things. So so for me, anything that helps achieve that goal is good. But obviously a lot of things is emphasizing just using your words, the way you use it, the tone of voice. You don't need to shout. Just be assertive with that. If not, then there's different techniques, obviously taking away certain things for them. There is, like, the grounding them. And all of that is effective. Those are steps. And obviously there's some kids, and I had that experience of Ezzy that I told you about, where they comprehend what you're doing, like what they're doing. You're telling them, you need to do this, you need to do this, you need to do this, and they're like, no. If it's a persistent kind of like disobedience, persistent as in they're doing it, you're trying different techniques, and none of them is working, you have to reinforce it with, like, the final step, which is a beating. And how we did it, even with Ezzy, was a smack on I think it was a smack on the bum or the leg, and it wasn't even a hard one, but just the fact that she got hit, no bruises, it was in a respectful area, it just reinforced, okay, when I say this, or mommy and daddy says this, and they're withholding yogurt, not giving her food is very effective for my daughter.
Loves yogurt.
And then she got it. So the next time we would enter that situation, as small as she is, she actually remembered, and she actually did it.
She did. Amazing.
And I haven't had to pull it out again.
Nice.
Like that thingy. So
Nice.
the point is, it's just it's a condition at the end.
Yeah, it is. And and it's like how you said at the beginning about it's all the time. It's out of love, and it's not just like I'm trying to hurt you for doing this. It's
100%. Because one thing I used to hate with our parents is my parents, let me not even speak for everyone.
Yeah.
Sometimes my parents will beat me, you've let out all your frustration, you thingy, and then you're holding a grudge with me for...
Yeah, then it's just continuing. It's just continuing. And it's like, and the thing is that it's grudge against grudge, because I used to fam, I grew up like, I specifically like grew up hating getting beat. Like I used to hate it. Like I used to be like, because I used to question it. I want to believe I was quite a thinkative. Like once I learned to like think for myself, I like to believe at a very, very young age, like I started to like question things a lot. A lot. I'm talking like from like Father Christmas to the Tooth Fairy. Like I started to question things from a very, from a very, very young age. So that happened as well with beating. Like I used to question like, why am I getting beat up like this? Like. And especially when you go into school, when you speak to your other friends and they're like, "Oh, my mom just grounds me." Like I used to. I remember asking. I remember me and my sister. I remember asking like our like friends like, "Rah, like your parents don't beat you in like primary school or year 4, year 3."
Yeah, it gets mad.
So it's like you have to think about these things about like your kid or whoever, like just like thinking for themselves, because I was able to think for myself. With that comes emotions, and with emotions comes like emotions like resentment and all that stuff. So I started to have that at a very, very young age from my parents. I contemplated, back in the day on TV, them adverts come on, child abuse.
Hey, call that number.
Call 0.
And what did they tell you after they beat you? Call them then. Call them if you're bad. Go on.
I'm telling you, I contemplated calling that number. I contemplated at a very young age.
They used to fear you calling them and also going to tell your teacher.
Or the police.
Go and tell your teacher and make sure they call child services and come and get me. You won't have a mother. Is that what you want?
Exactly. So and then now you're just there, just like okay, so this is my life then.
Yeah.
Now you're even more angrier, and that anger leads to this and that and this and that. And I don't want that for my child. I don't want it for my child at all.
It's funny because I think those threats were when they were saying it, they didn't. If you did it, bruv, their heart is beating as they're saying it. They're hoping you won't go for the bluff.
Yeah, another memory I have when my parents was actually going through their divorce, and they was and they actually did sit us down to like let us know that okay, this could be happening. Like we could.
That's good.
Yeah, we could be splitting up, right? Yeah. And I remember in that conversation, I think I took it as a moment to just express myself. So I remember just going, these beatings, I don't know.
I think you guys need to stop, that might help your marriage.
Honestly, I remember where I was. We had a bunk bed. I was on the bottom bunk. My dad was in front of me because they didn't speak to us and it's together. Yeah. It was separately. But I remember I said it when my dad came to speak to us because I think at my time I was more scared of my mum than my dad. So I would never say it to my mum. Yeah. But I remember saying to my dad, "These beings, can we just talk about?" But he just poo-pooed it and said, "I beat you because you need to be beat." And that was it. But I tried, didn't I? I tried to campaign for it.
That's good.
I tried.
I don't think I ever.
I tried, brother. But
I think the only time I said it was when I was old. I think I was like 16. And then my mum was older. And my mum tried to, at this point, at this age, I'm taller than my mum.
Yeah.
She tried to beat me. I grabbed her. I said, "Mum, what are you doing?"
Yeah. It's so funny because I feel like a lot of us that are like similar to me and you had that same moment. I remember like the very last time, I think I must have been like year 8 or year 9 max. No, definitely year 8, maybe even year 7 towards the late. But I do remember the moment when my mum like tried to, and I was like, "This like we're done. Like we're done here. Like this isn't happening."
Even her, she was like,
and and she was like, like this isn't working, and we're cool, and like cool. Me and my mom have a fantastic relationship now, and and she kind of realized. Actually, I think my mom realized later on in life that like I actually probably didn't need to like
Parents,
to do that.
Too much.
It's too much. But it's a really interesting conversation that we wanted to have. And because obviously we have a nice little community growing now with anybody that's listening and watching the pod and please in the comments or whoever just drop what works best with your child. You don't have to say it as a fact. We don't want facts or anything like this is gonna work, that doesn't work. We don't want you to do that, but just like share with each other or share with us how you discipline your child and what works and and we just want to know because I genuinely want to know because it is like a ongoing. it's ongoing struggle. It's ongoing battle. I don't know what kind of type of kid I'm gonna have. Am I gonna have a kid that's literally like a rebel by just chance, or just, I don't know, maybe that's how I mean, my mom tells me that when I was young I was really peaceful and I was good, so hopefully my child takes the same. And I like to
was
believe.
you
I know I was,
because it was on the fence a lot even from young, isn't it?
Yeah, maybe or maybe
Nicole was the one
that's what
raising
I'm saying.
hell.
As a that's what it was. As a twin, my mom said that Nicole would be the one, like,
I can imagine
going crazy. Like, let's say there'd be a piece of chicken or whatever. I'd have the chicken. Nicole would like try to grab the chicken off me. I'd just be like, fine, have it. That's how my mom said that I was. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, you know what? I can't be asked for all of this.
That makes sense.
It makes sense. So I don't know what child I'm gonna have, but I am open to like listening, man.
Do you think your discipline style is going to be different or you're gonna withhold if you have like a daughter versus a son?
Yeah. I think so. I don't. I believe. I believe in double standards depending on whatever. You know what I'm trying to say. Guys, don't clickbait me and then make me into something.
Let's snip that bit out. I believe in double standards.
I understand it depending on whatever the scenario is, and unfortunately, that's just how the world works. That's not based on necessarily my belief, that like that's just based on like environment and just like what is around them. Like for a girl, I'm gonna like discipline in a way because I just know that people look at women differently in general. So you understand? So obviously,
they will have different needs.
Exactly. So obviously, like how I speak to my daughter, and it is going to be way different to how I speak to my son. Like my son now, I might have a more of a laddie type. I don't know the way I'm just talking about just how I speak to them. I just might have a different. And I might find that because he's a boy and he sees that I'm a man, I can say a certain thing that just connects better. But then you know what I'm trying to say. But then the daughter, she just might be like, I don't know you like that, like. You know, and the same thing is like with Beverly, like, you know, women and a girl, like
it's gonna be different.
I expect if we have a girl and a boy, I expect like her talkings and her teachings to be way different because the journey is just different as a girl and as a boy. It's different. It's not the same. It's not the same. It's different. The insults that they get from school or wherever, how they get bullied is different. How everything is different. It's completely different. So. You know,
no, I agree.
That's what I'm saying.
The application will probably be different across the board, but I mean, beating is still going to be in the talk for both of them.
But I mean, like, it's not going to be a thing where it's like I'm going to have a harder beating for my son than my daughter. I'm not doing that.
You both gonna get it.
Y'all both gonna get it. This is the level. Like, it's the level 0.5. Y'all both gonna get 0.5. Like, that's just how it's going. That's just how it's going to be.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, when you're raising a son, you're raising a future leader of a household as well. And men just naturally, I've even noticed with my like nephews, like, I don't know, their pride, it develops from a very young age.
That's the thing, like, male pride is a thing.
They try to dethrone you from young, like, bro, you're under my roof. Whereas I don't think daughters, like, they don't go for that headship as much. But obviously, it's just teaching them to listen and whatnot. So they'll have different needs. And this obviously a personality trait, and also preparing your daughter to become a woman versus preparing your son to become a man. So it's definitely different needs. So I think that is valid. But I would say, on reflection, when we're talking about discipline, I was just thinking, like, did you get more beatings from your mum or your dad? Who was this disciplinarian?
My mum.
Why is it always? Why is the mum?
I just think that the mum is just the one that's just doing. Just doing the most,
or they come across the problems more because they're more.
Yeah. Like, my mum was the one that, like, obviously took me to school and you know got my clothes ready and all that stuff. So we're having more interaction. So, like, for example, like the school run. You know, if she opened my bag and she found Pokemon cards, she'd flip because she'd be like, are you going to school to learn or to play Pokemon cards? It's like my dad would never have known that his son takes Pokemon cards to school because he never did the school run. I think my dad ever did the school run. Well, I can know that. That's a lie. He did, but he never cared like that. It wasn't
as frequent,
You know, like my mum would...
back to the ATM dads thing, right?
Exactly. Like my mum would search my bag and be like, okay, off you go. But my dad would just be like, let's go to school. So I think it's just, maybe just like mum intuition. Like, they just know when you're about to mess up.
Was there ever a time where... obviously she'll be beating you, but when you did something really bad, she'll be like, now you're going to the guy at the top to get your.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like I never really, like we never had that. We never had that whole like when your dad finds out the type thing. Like yeah, we never really had that. I think the worst thing I ever did as a child. Love this story. I love telling the story. I don't think I've ever told you this story.
Yeah.
The worst thing I ever did as a child was that you know, in primary school, like the best thing about primary school was just people just looking at you as if you're like just like some legend, right? So one way that we got that was through lying, innit? Like you say, oh yeah, my mom does this, or yeah, I went to this, and then people just be like, your friends would be like, wow, you really did that? Like it's one no one. So one day I lied in school and I said that I had a phone.
Okay.
Right. So then everyone was like, no way, you have a phone. I said, yeah, I got a phone. What? Right.
Such a
lie. Yeah. If I was one no one.
Do your friends have phones?
No. But that's what I'm trying to say. They all looked at me like, oh my goodness, Nicholas, you have a phone?
Okay.
Right? So they said, okay, bring it tomorrow. I said, yeah, calm, I'll bring it tomorrow. Right? I stole my dad's phone. I took my dad's phone, I put it in my pocket and I left for school. Wallahi, this is a real story. I left for school. I was gassed. I didn't even think about it.
My blood is boiling.
Hey, bro, I went to school. I have this, and this is back in the day. This is back in the day. So this is like big handheld antenna. This is when phone had antennas, like how my straw looks. This is how phones used to look back in the day.
It's mad. They actually used to
like a juice, probably bigger though, definitely bigger than this. Like for the audio listeners, it's like a juice box, but the thing, right? So anyway, I went to school. Again, now I'm the king. Everyone was like, wow,
this
you
guy's
really
the man.
have a phone. Me and my boys, we just went to the toilet, just started phoning people, just random. I don't know what we were phoning.
Because that was exciting.
That was I don't even know what numbers I was pressing. We were just phoning, ring, and we were like, oh, it's Reggae! All of that stuff, right? So anyway, I'm chilling. Anyway, I'm the man. I'm the man. I'm the man. I'm the man. I'm the man, right? Break time now. I think we done what? I can't remember how the primary school schedule was, but anyway, it's playtime. I went out to the playground now. Just walking. Tell me why I look up. Who do I see?
Your dad.
My dad.
Hey.
The playground is a big playground. I saw this guy far end of the playground.
Your heart must have been in your anus.
Everything dropped. I said, oh snap. My dad came up to me. He just said, let me have it. He didn't even say anything. He just said, let me have it.
Wow.
Took out my phone. I said, there you go. And all he said was, I'll see you when you get home.
Hey!
All my friends looked at me like, man,
you are finished.
You didn't have to do all that, man. You didn't have to lie, dog. I was like, sorry. I was like, sorry. I was like, sorry, guys.
Bruh.
But I'm telling you the story because of what you said about the whole scared of mom dad thing. But then later on, obviously, I had school and I had an after school club. So I went through school and I went through the school club.
Was your heart beating?
Yeah, throughout the whole thing. Dad picked me up and he just basically just said, like, just don't do that again, man.
Oh, wow.
Didn't get no beatings, nothing.
Oh, your dad was good, boy.
He was alright. That's what I'm saying. We never really had that. If anything, I want to say my dad was. I mean, don't get me wrong. He had some Armageddon days where he was like all hellfire. But like on most cases, like he was cool. Like he was alright. Like he didn't. Really, like, it was my mum that I was more scared. If I took my mum's phone,
she'll rip your skin off.
Oh, bro, it would have been peak. But yeah, I love that. It's just a funny story.
Yeah, my dad wasn't really the beater either. He was more words.
Yeah.
Used to my dad's tongue was sharp.
Was it
sharp?
Just piercing.
Just
did it actually hurt you?
Oh yeah.
Did it?
And I think as a guy, you don't like to admit it, but like disappointing or like again, like certain words from your dad just hit different to your mum. Yeah. Because dads don't show their affections as much. So when you just see disappointment, it actually hurts a bit more.
Yeah, exactly.
Whereas your mum can beat you and the next day she's feeding you and whatnot. So there's kind of a reinforcement there that she still loves me. Right? Yeah. But with your dad, it's like, oh, you're kind of left in limbo. Like, oh, rah, like
what have I?
Like, does he hate me now?
Yeah.
Or whatever. Blah blah blah. But it's funny because my dad used to be a teacher in Ghana and Nigeria, so he used to beat them kids. Like, so he used to. So when my dad would beat us, he would give us professional beatings. Like, I don't know if you. So I grew up in Ghana. Yeah. And they used to do this thing with the ruler, where you put your hand like that. Yeah. Beat me on any part of my body, man. That one is just evil.
That one is painful.
Then they'll put it. yeah, just don't move it. Every time you move your hand, they double the
Jesus.
So I really hated that. But it's funny because like anytime my dad beat us, I left with more of a grudge against him than my mum. Whereas my mum was, when it came to beating, mum, you're probably gonna listen to this. You were bad. She was evil. Reckless. Everything. All my brothers, like, I think it's only my little brothers who were born here that they probably didn't get as bad. From cable wires to wooden spoons to your brush to shoes to slippers,
high heels,
belt, everything she gave. But we have so much, like, it didn't change the love that we have for our mum. Like, we all ride for my mum. And obviously my mum had 6 boys, so I won't lie. If she didn't have beating in the toolkit,
you guys needed to get beat.
Suffered. Yeah. Because, you know, sometimes with guys, they need to see you have no fear.
Yeah.
And we were fearful of my mom because we know that woman, doesn't matter how big we are, she will mess us up.
Ay, Dios mío.
So, yeah, but it's mad because, I think it's better that my mum was the one beating us than my dad. Even though, me and my dad went through our issues. But, it's mad because, but I also don't like, obviously, there's also a stigma where it's like, some households let the dad be disciplinarian. And I have a very strong belief
that's a good point.
that it should be both parents disciplined. Don't make one person the bad guy and one person the good guy.
That's a good point.
That's not a healthy environment to actually raise your kid.
I like that point.
And discipline. So so that'll be my only advice and the only thing I'm taking into raising my kids.
I like that point. I like that because that's like we're telling our beating stories, but it's also like a way to that's a good way to round it off. Yeah. And also, like, because we're both telling you that, listen, I grew up with a lot of resentment and anger. So, guys, if you're out there, mums and dads, if you're out there with the belief that I'm going to beat my child, like, aggressively and abuse them or do whatever, we're just giving you our opinion of how we felt growing up and how it made us feel. So, if you listen to this and you still go and do that, I don't know what else to tell you.
Yeah. But even to round off the Ezzy story, after we beat her, like, there's an importance, like, you have to explain why I did that to her.
Yeah.
And also always reinforce it by telling you, but I love you. And then carry on as normal.
Oh, that's cute.
And that's basically a way to, because holding a grudge just shows that instead of showing that you're angry at what they did and not angry, like, at them, you're angry at the behaviors that they're exhibiting. You have to kind of delineate the two. Hate the sin, not the sinner. From a biblical perspective,
exactly.
It's very, very important. So no matter what, she knows that we love her, and that fact should never. Your discipline shouldn't change that fact in your child's head.
Yeah.
And if it does twist that, you need to reevaluate and you need to change what you're doing. So I'm just gonna leave it there.
Well said. We've gone on a bit long, but I think it was necessary. And I want to quickly play you a clip. This is another clip. This is just the theme for the season.
Go on, show me the
surprising him. So this is a clip. I hate to like use celebrities because I listen. I'm sorry. I hate to do it, but this is very relevant. I just want your thoughts on this. So Kim Kardashian's son recorded a message for her.
Kim Kardashian?
Yeah. He recorded a message for her for Mother's Day.
Okay.
And I just want you to just hear it and just tell me just what you think.
I'm very grateful for. I know I'm rude to you a lot. I say you're nothing to me, but you mean the world to me. I love you more than anything. You're my favorite in the family. I even love you more than my cute little brother Sam. I love you forever.
Right. So anyone that missed that, he said, I know I tell you all the time that you're nothing to me,
bruh,
but you mean the world to me.
Yeah, it was poetic, but it was mad.
It was now. I watched it and I thought, but at the same time,
I was thinking,
you're telling your mother you're nothing to me. And I thought
that means he's raising hell in that household. You know, he's one of those kids probably swearing like, Mom, I hate you.
Exactly. But he knows it. So yeah, thoughts. What's your reaction?
Not okay, bro.
What's your reaction to Ezzy if she's also ever say to you or to Mona, you're nothing to me? I got you.
Let's just say,
let's leave it there. Yeah, that's harsh, man.
Yeah, no. It can't run. Like,
can't run.
There's certain things that your child shouldn't be able to just be able to say in confidence. Like, as part of your discipline, like you should assert authority, assert love, but also they need to know boundaries and respect. That's the whole reason why you're using discipline as a building block. So you're trying to correct their behavior. The fact that they can say they they shouldn't be able to say these things to you if they're confident to be able to say this to you. What are they going to be doing out there when they're not with you? And that's the whole point. You know how your child behaves at home. It's almost a reflection of how they're going to be in society, and that's not okay. Like just lashing out his tongue. Pull out his tongue and just cut it.
Yeah, that's a madness. That's a madness. I think I love that. I thought that was relevant when I was discussing. I thought actually I'd seen the video. That's actually I thought it would be relevant. I agree with everything you said. I hope my child doesn't say that to me. That's really mean.
I mean, because Lord, you only give us things we can handle.
Oh man, touchy subject, but I love talking about it. I'm very curious about it. So again, guys, just drop it in the comments how you about discipline styles and how you feel about it and what's right in your opinion and what's wrong in your opinion.
Yeah, please drop that, man. And obviously remember to like, share and subscribe and rate us 5-star. But obviously this is the last episode of the season, so we're gonna probably run a little bit longer, but be patient with us. But I hope you're enjoying it so far. But yeah, we got our dilemma section to go into. So let's get into it. What do we got today?
What do we got today, man? What do we got today? Excited about this one. I'm feeling.
All right. So in the toolbox, let's see what we got in the toolbox. So it says, I hate when my husband allows my son to watch TV in the mornings and in the evening. It really annoys me. What is you guys' take on this? I mean, screen time is a huge...
Okay, obviously...
Are you going to give your kids any screen time?
As you ask me right now, with my baby on the way... Oh, sorry, bro. Yes, I will. However... Being around, like, other... You know, since we've been on this pregnancy journey and this baby journey, glory be to God, we've been around, you know, a lot of other babies, really. I'm kind of seeing it. I'm not judging. I'm not saying I'm judging people, but I'm just seeing other people's how they parent and what they do to kind of relax the child, or even just when I'm going to work and I see it. And I want to say on most cases, majority I've seen just here. All right, you're annoying me.
Yeah,
take this.
Lazy parenting.
Right now, I see it and I'm like, fair enough, it works.
Is it working though, or are they just pacifying their kids? If your goal is to pacify your kid, yes,
that's what I'm saying. At the end of the day, it's literally my child is acting up. It's cause and effect. My child is acting up. Here you go. They're not acting up. It's simple as that. And I get that. Obviously, that's very like one surface, or one layer. But that is.
I don't know. I'm gonna say I don't get that.
I know you don't. But just think of it just as one surface in it. Like as simple as that. Yeah.
On a superficial level.
As simple as that.
It's stop the noise. Yeah.
Stop the noise. For that, I get it. It works. But now we can think on a bigger level. Now let's open the layers, right? I don't like it because I've seen kids where they literally have no idea what's going on around them, and they see a flashing light like a screen, and they're like, sorry for the audio,
like they're hypnotized.
For the audio people, my eyes are like just opening wide right now. They're literally like, and then they follow that wherever that screen is, and then that's it. And then I've seen kids, Jamie.
Listen, they could be getting kidnapped and they will have no idea.
Now that is the part that makes me go, yeah, I don't want that.
Because I mean, growing up, being aware of our surroundings was just natural.
It had to be. We didn't have that. We
riding bikes, pretending that you're flying in the your environment was your.
Yeah. So to come back to it, I'm just gonna be careful, man. I think I'm definitely gonna use screen time like within reason. Hopefully, like I'm just not gonna rely on it.
Yeah.
And I don't want it to be a necessity. Is my thing. So as long as I can do my best and me and Beverly can do our best to patrol that, I'm okay with it. I just don't want my child to just be like lost.
Laptop eyes.
Yeah, laptop eyes. Thank you. I was trying to like think of the phrase. That's it. I just don't want my child to have laptop eyes or screen eyes or whatever you want to call it. Because honestly, it looks so scary. Like I see it. I've seen
They're
it.
like zoinked.
Oh my gosh! Like they're like, they're gone. Because of just being addicted to this like screen time, and we and it's not even like, and I'm not judging because we do it like as adults, we're on our screens, like when I
Netflix.
Have you ever just been like
Instagram.
on your phone and you just like,
And you have a moment where you're like, bro, I've like, what am I doing?
what am I doing? Like,
And you almost like lost space and time, like
Right.
you were so I've had
Right.
those. It's scary because when you
It's
have those moments, you're
spooky.
like, bro, like I started this at 12, and in your head I was like, oh, I'm only doing this for 5 minutes. You
Yeah.
check and it's like, what?
it's 2 hours have gone by or an hour's gone by.
Yeah, no, it's scary.
You don't even know what you've watched. You don't even know like what you, but you like your thumb is
You've
just
lost a bit of life.
yeah. Your thumb is just doing this.
It's like you blacked out, like you,
Yeah.
you know,
Your thumb is just doing this
got
now.
a white girl wasted.
Right. Now it's forgivable because obviously we're adults and we can kind of like I can just like right now I can just say I don't want to look at my phone for 3 hours, 5 hours. So I can do it. I feel like I have enough mental strength to put my phone away.
Yeah.
But it's scary when you're thinking of a developing mind where they
Talk
don't
that talk.
have that strength and they don't have that power and
Or self-control.
Yeah. And of course like they look up to us as parents. So they just through their eyes, mummy's giving me or mummy or daddy's giving me this phone to look at. So I'm gonna listen to mum and dad and I'm gonna always look at this phone. Like for them it's can't blame the child. That's what they were given. That's how they were kind of raised or whatever. So it is what it is. So
And it's also the
Balance
thing is,
is what I'm saying, basically.
balance. I agree. And every time you give them the phone as part of, oh, they're acting up and whatnot, you're actually reinforcing that. As long as I act up, the only way these people can, the only way I'm going to stop is if they give me the phone. If they don't give me the phone, I'm going to kick off.
Yeah.
There's nothing you can say.
Yeah.
And that for me is where it's like lazy parenting. You're actually causing more harm than good for your ability to parent your kids.
yes.
Because at the end of the day, if your child is acting up, you need to address why they're acting up and, you know, discipline them on whatever they're acting up.
Yeah.
Let your words, let whatever you do, even if you need to beat them because they're, you know, reinforce that.
Yeah.
Do it, explain why you've done it, etc. And then if you need to give your child screen time and whatnot, just make sure the association isn't screen time.
Yeah.
Like it should be seen more as like a reward, more than a pacifier. That's my problem. Like they almost using it as like a ways to pacify their kids, and I feel like that's and listen, this parenting journey is hard. There's gonna
hard.
be days where you're just gonna be like,
Of course, I get
just
that.
need to
I get that.
thingy. But as long as it's not like we're talking about like your consistent approach,
Yes.
because you're gonna have times like even on like flights with Ezzy, like fam, it's the 2 hour whatever flight. For as much time I can kill with her watching Miss Rachel. Shout out Miss Rachel.
Shout
She's
out Miss
the-
Rachel. I can't wait to Miss Rachel. I can't wait to use you. I can't wait
You need to
use
follow
you.
her on Instagram as well. She is the best. Honestly, Miss Rachel,
I've seen her. I can't
my
wait.
child's vocab, her ability to like speak and record things is all
Is it
down
next
to that.
level?
She's
so,
good.
So to give the dilemma a bit more context, tell us how you use screen time with Ezzy then, or how you police screen time with Ezzy.
So it's funny because in the beginning we were kind of like, we don't want to give our child screen time, and there's lots of memes out there, you know, parents who say they don't want to give their child screen time. Give them a few weeks in, they'll be like,
Yeah.
But so we started off that way, but it's not sustainable because we live in a digital age.
Yeah.
Like the first,
Scary.
they're like the first wrong perspectives or whatever. If you're able to do it, great. Some
Yeah.
parents are like, I'm never going to give my child screen time or wait till they're like, you know, double digit age or whatever. And they also say, I'm never going to use my phone in front of my children. Those are two lies you're telling yourself.
Yeah.
We live in a digital age.
Yeah.
Like work, it's not even just like pleasure stuff. Work, everything runs through like my phone. So I may not be on the phone on Instagram. I may genuinely be working, or you may be on the phone talking to someone, etc.
Yeah.
So how we utilize the phone is we're 90s baby, so we grew up in the era where you use your imagination, play with the things outside,
Yeah.
which is why we're happy we have the privilege to have a garden, but obviously we don't have the weather in the UK. So as much as we can, we allow her to just go outside, be bored, come out with your imagination as possible, play with her when we have energy.
Yeah.
Even when I'm feeling lazy and sometimes I just want to chuck her on the screen, I'll just be like, let me just go for a walk with her or something. I may not be actively interacting with her, but just her seeing her environment helps.
Yeah.
So the time we use it, and me and my wife uses it differently. When we're doing her hair in the morning, because you just need her to focus on something so she's not messing up
Reaching
that,
up for
because
stuff, yeah,
it just makes it more efficient to be able to like get her hair done. After, sometimes when I'm with her for like a weekend, I'll have a routine where like she'll get up, we'll play, she'll eat her like breakfast, we'll play again, we'll go for a walk, and then she'll sleep, wake up, and then I may give her a snack and give her some screen time.
Right.
And then once the screen time is done, we'll go for a walk again, blah, blah, blah. So it's just like something built into the day.
Gotcha.
There are times where maybe due to our schedules, I have to do like some extra work, and maybe Mona's off somewhere, and the only way I can work, because she's up and she's not in her nap time, is to just give her maybe 1 hour screen time so I can just smash these emails and whatnot. But I'm always conscious, like, okay, cool, after this time, I gotta like offset it with like playing with her, blah blah blah. So it gets to a point where she actually sees it as a reward, and she sometimes be like, "Oh, TV, dada," and I'm like, either she's already had someone like no, or I'll be like, yeah, and she'll be like, yay, you know, she looks forward to it, and like and obviously we've also seen the benefits of it teaching her so much. So there's times where we're like, yeah, half an hour, 1 hour screen time a day, that's calm.
That's okay. Nice. Well, we hope that's answered your dilemma.
Yeah.
That one we're gonna have to update that one actually.
We're
gonna have to update that, because that one's it's just a tricky one. It's a sticky one about how you approach that, and I think we fully understand that, you know, sometimes you could just, even a week, you could just have a really really bad week. And screen time will just get you out of just a lot of long conversations and long just.
As long as it's not your consistent approach, sometimes you just need it to just reset,
do what it
does.
Just
do what it does. But I would say in the dilemma, your husbands are up before they go bedtime. He is just creating havoc, because the mind needs to settle. So at that time, it should maybe reading books, singing songs, playing with themselves, those kind of things.
I like jumping out images and that stuff. Fair dues. Right. The last one of the season. It's time for your favorite
battle of the dad jokes.
Jokes. So if you don't know, if you're just tuning in, or if this is the first time, maybe this last episode is the first time you're listening to us or watching us, we do dad jokes at the end of every episode. Where Justin tells a dad joke, I tell a dad joke, and we leave it for you guys to decide who had the better joke.
And after this today, let us know over the season who's got the season dub, because I think it's me. But anyways,
I like that. If you want to just go back to previous episodes, you can go to the last part, even hit a dad joke,
or maybe we do like a compilation of dad jokes and then let people judge. That might be nice.
That might be nice.
Cool.
A lot of work for our producers, but hold that. Right. Who wants to? Nice. So who wants to go first?
Did I go first and last, or did you?
I think I did. I think you did. I'll go first. Actually, no. I went first last time. Okay, over to you. Thank you.
Cool. You guys ready, yeah?
They're ready, man. They're ready.
What does garlic do when it gets too hot?
What?
It takes its clothes off.
That's a good one. Jeez! Oh, you finished so strong like that?
Yeah.
That's
I
a
want
good
that
one.
season done.
Okay, I like that. Hold on. Let me see if I got some. That's a good one, you know. That's the best one of the season.
I think it's
take your clothes off. I like that. I woke up to find my mustache was missing this morning.
Why?
Someone must have stolen it right under my nose.
Okay, you know what? These two are actually.
Yeah, that was decent. That was decent.
Neck and neck.
That was decent.
I'm not gonna lie. I might give it to you.
Thank
I might give it to you.
That one's actually, it's clever as well.
But mine was witty. But
the delivery on yours, you know.
Thank you.
It was a respectable end to the season.
Thank you. Oh man, we thank God. Honestly, we really thank God. I can't believe it.
The whole season,
man. Let's bring that the intro one more time, man. Hey, Dads in the Shed podcast, 2 dads, and we're blessed. We have to thank God. Parenthood's hard, so we listen and we talk. But Justin, tell him what's in the toolbox.
In the toolbox, Nick, we got a drill to drill down dilemmas and the fact we have kids now. So hear us talk about how we raise adults from minors, covering every angle like grinders.
Had to re-up the intro because it's the last one of the season. And this time we want to thank you guys.
Thank you for being locked and loaded in.
Oh man. man.
Thank you for being engaged. Thank you for all the comments, the likes, the shares, the rating us 5-star on podcasts. You guys are the real MVPs.
I want to thank our beautiful producers, aka our wives.
Yeah. Mona and Beverly.
Rhea Beverly for doing.
You guys have smashed it. The production, the editing, the logo, everything has just been on point. I hope you guys have appreciated us kicking off with high quality.
Yeah.
Just for you guys.
It's all from the.
And it's only going to get bigger and better.
That's it.
Bigger and better. And shout out Thriller, the producer.
Yes, sir.
For the beats. You have nailed it. The best producer in the world.
Smashed it.
Yeah, man.
Shouts to you, man.
Shouts to you too,
Shouts
man.
to you. I want to thank my co-host, Justin.
I want to thank my co-host, Nick.
Yes, sir. We smashed it. This was just a random idea. We spoke about this in season 1. But we just, like beginning of season 1, we just wanted to just do this, man.
Yeah.
As obviously being dads and all that, we want to do it. So I think you've been a really great partner to do this with, brother.
Yeah,
so.
and I like the fact that we have a lot of similarities, but yeah, we have a lot of differences in our thoughts. But yeah, shows the impact of our upbringing as West Africans who were brought up in London.
That's it. And I guess, guys, that's it, man. We'll see you in season 2.
Yeah, man.
Like we said, we got some specials on the way, so you'll see that too. But yeah, just keep it locked, man. Keep it locked. Follow our Insta. It's all here. And yeah, man, just keep updated with us, and we'll keep you updated with our journeys.
Yeah, season 2 coming soon.
Pow! Hey! It's amazing. Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Peace. Right. So
old
anyway,
days.
I'm chill. Anyway, I'm the man. I'm the man. I'm the man. I'm the man.
Man.
I'm the man. Right. Break time.